How's it going? What's up? What's up?
Hi, stream.
Excuse me. I'm still a bit sick. I'm gonna talk about it, but yeah, I'm mostly off the sickness now. And, you know, but mostly off it at this point. Just a bit of coughing here and there, so I'll have to try to avoid that. But I'm gonna let these ad breaks play while we kind of set up what's going on.
All right.
Yeah. You have any run you want to do? Dynamics and Manager you want to do?
Let's see. So I have Guzzlord, Blacephalon, and Xurkitree still saved.
I have Rayquaza, Pheromosa, and Zygarde. What a fucking cursed. Holy shit.
You just want to do random first?
Oh shit, it's fun. Oh yeah, I forgot I was gonna tell you what the thing is. Okay. I'm setting up the room.
Cool.
And I have invited others. The code is as expected.
Let's see if I can remember how this works. So, 14 to 2. 14 to 2.
Sell the Ocean Blue.
Yeah.
Very, very horrible, man.
Yeah.
You know, something I learned about him recently. A fun fact about Columbus is, so the Portuguese taught him an interesting thing, and it was that if you take, if you kidnap people from their homes, and you take them to, Portugal or wherever, and you educate them there, and then you go back to their original country and release them, you can sometimes get them to help you, like, and do PR work basically for you. But they had an issue, and that was that after they educated these men and they brought them back, they ran away. A lot of the time they'd run away to a different island or something to be safe from the Portuguese. So Columbus came up with this great idea, genius idea of, why don't I kidnap women as well, and then force them to be in a relationship, and then hold the women and children that they have from these pairings hostage, so that the men don't want to run away, because then they'll have the women and children, their families. What a great man.
A true visionary.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pokemon!
That was just a fun fact I learned recently about him. It was he wrote about it in his diaries, which is just a great thing. Oh, I'm gonna start with a meme. It's been a bit since we've done Dynamax Adventures.
Let's see, who do I want? Oh, I have to pick one of the faves.
It's a good one. That's a good one as well. Double. I don't remember Double really being either good or bad, so. Steel, that's great.
Alright, so.
What side are we going?
There's nothing really good.
The right side you want to go?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Honestly, I was like, right side has some more interesting mons than the left side, so.
Works for me.
I didn't even look at both the items and that kind of crap. Dude, I forgot so much. Dude, Dynamax Adventure is so much fun, dude.
It really is.
It's my turn to Dynamax as per tradition.
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't do it to mean, okay?
Oh no, you're fine. My bug move is like a low base power, so it's better off for me to just hit it.
And my move's a low base
with
power as well,
Fury
but
Cutter.
it's max airstream, so it's like, might as well speed everyone up.
Oh, Dread Cloak coming in clutch.
Alright, apparently it needs a max airstream, because everyone's already faster than her, so never mind. You bitch!
Cloak, more like Drac Clutch, am I right?
Well, as we're settling in here, as my ads have ended. How's it going, Cory? Yeah, how's it going?
It's going alright, you know? New year, new memes, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I've started doing yoga every day. Well, not yet today, but I'll do it later. Yeah, mostly because, like, walking on the treadmill or running.
Yogi
Yeah, I've
bear.
been doing yogi. I love that, man. But, running on the treadmill or walking or that kind of stuff, I think it's a bit too hard on my knees, so I've been trying yoga instead as, like, my daily exercise routine. It's hard.
Yep, I mean, does same that way. I'm not a yoga professional, but you know, I know it's not the easiest in the world. I've been considering doing meditation, so that's what I've been looking into a little bit. So, let's see if I can do that,
Nice.
or if I think it's lame.
I'm out of regular Pokeballs. That's so funny.
I have like 1,000. That's another thing with this game. I have such a Pokeball stock compared to Scarlet and Violet. I have so many different, like, hundreds of different special Pokeballs because it was a lot easier to get them in this game.
Mm-hmm. I've also downloaded a few, let's see, do we really want this? Nah, I'm good. Also downloaded a couple, Udemy courses.
Okay.
You know, something to beef up my resume a little bit.
Sinistea or Cramorant?
Sinistea, I think.
That's neat. I've been doing a bit of like some online coding stuff, but nothing major.
Yeah.
Just to brush myself up. Since last year, I really didn't do much or anything.
Yeah, I've noticed there are more web designer jobs than web developer jobs, like in Knoxville specifically.
I don't even think you have to specify Knoxville. I think it's just true.
Yeah. So I've kind of been thinking like, okay, maybe I'll so like I downloaded like a UI UX design course. And I'm thinking like, okay, maybe if I just like beef up my design chops a little bit, you know. Start applying for some of those that have like less stringent, what's the word I'm looking for? degree specifications, and like, you know, maybe I'll be able to have better luck finding something then.
Yeah.
That's also why I've been workshopping stuff for like a new stream layout, because I figure that's the kind of thing that like I could put on there. I love you, Oki. Oh.
Hey, good luck is all I can say. This guy keeps trying to do Dragon Cloak and it never hits. Also, this thing's gonna be fucking a speed demon.
Yeah. But so are you.
Difference is I don't have the health that it has. What? Never mind!
Oh, if Dracloak had hit it, we'd be done. Oh, that was a crit.
Hmm. Yeah, I revamped my... Right. Status conditions? Yeah, I don't need that. I don't need that. Jesus. I revamped my like achievements, personal achievements list stuff, and got it to where last year I had like 30 or so. This year I have 150. So different things to do.
Heck yeah.
So I've kind of I don't know how to put it into words, but kind of made it so that I have a lot of more different options and stuff to do, and
nice.
Focused it in a way that wasn't like a force consistency like we talked about, where it's like need to be consistent on things.
Yeah, soft power.
So yeah, like 150 different things though. So we'll see how many of those I get done.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, especially since your health has gotten bazooka-bopped. Quillfish and a trade, or I can't even tell. Oh, Octillery. Let's go with Octillery so we can get the health back. I think we've got like a pretty solid group already.
I don't know. I forgot. They had the list of the mons. Let's see what we could be fighting at the end here. Dialga. I started it and I'm in shield, so I don't think I can have Dialga. Because it has to be sword start.
Oh yeah.
Heatran.
It could be. Oh yeah, it could be Heatran. Could be Taka.
Yeah, it could be Sekataka. Could be Celesteela, Kartana.
Solgaleo.
No, Solgaleo's sword start, so...
Oh.
Not be Solgaleo.
Solgaleo.
I don't know, actually, if I don't remember if I ever actually unlocked the Ultra Beasts on this. If I just got them off of you guys when you had them, basically. Doesn't you have to do something to unlock the Ultra Beasts?
Yeah, I think you have to finish all the, various adventures.
Yeah, which I didn't do because I was waiting to do the Regigigas hunt that we were supposed to all do, you know. Or the Reggie's hunt. Shaking my head.
Wonder when we're gonna do that. Pretty
Shaking
sure
my
I've
head.
played through Sword and Shield 3 times since that happened, since we talked about that. Every time I play through Sword and Shield, I end up liking it more.
I mean, like I said, the main story I think is ass, but besides that, I think the game's actually pretty decent.
And I think the main story is great.
Yeah, okay. Me when I'm President Rose, like, nice to meet you.
Listen, Rose is a more relevant and well-written character every year. No! Dradote! Oh yeah, so I've been on a retro platformer kick. I think we talked about that last time a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, so I finished Pseudo Regalia, not like full 100% it, but like
I guess I didn't get some of
yeah, so I finished Pseudo Regalia. Absolutely fantastic, near 10 out of 10, personally. I had a fantastic time. Even wrote up like a little story analysis thing on it afterwards.
Yeah, I'm planning on playing it on stream. I almost played it yesterday, actually, but I ended up kind of cleaning and sorting my room a bit, so...
Heck yeah, I'll definitely try to tune in if I'm off while you're streaming it. But yeah, really good. Highly recommend. Look forward to watching at least the VODs if I'm not there. Yeah. And then I also started Cavern of Dreams. I'm like probably 2/3 of the way through it, 3/4. Like, close to done.
Oh.
I don't know if you're planning on playing that one, but it's kind of like a very Banjo-Kazooie-esque. But there's one difference that's just like really, really funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that is that the sense of humor is so vastly different that it like feels uncanny. Because like it looks so much like Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie. And Conker's, you know, it's got like that aesthetic down so good. Like it's got a blur filter on that is just so incredibly accurate. Like it looks near indistinguishable from Banjo-Kazooie when I have it on the CRT with the blur filter. If I'm playing it on the flat panel, I don't have the blur filter on, but it's just a really good blur filter. But anyway, so but the big difference in humor is that Cavern of Dreams isn't mean.
So it's a downgrade, is what you're saying.
It's like every character. Like as soon as like we're done helping them, I'm just like, man, if this guy was in Banjo-Kazooie, he'd probably be dead right now.
He'd probably be dead, and he'd probably have called you like a dumb idiot head and said he's gonna kill you or something, like, or trap you in like a room.
Like
with
one
a bunch
or all
baddies.
of these characters would have ended up dead. And I think that's beautiful.
Banjo-Kazooie is very special in my heart in a special way. Oh, I got a shiny Sarina. Hello.
Oh heck yeah! First shiny of the stream.
First shiny of the stream. There we go. Yeah, I'll erase Rayquaza, I guess. Since I already got a shiny.
Really funny. Really funny if the first Rayquaza we do today ends up being it.
I just erased it, so.
Oh, whoops.
Because I already got a shiny Rayquaza now. Do I already have a shiny Sarina? I do not. Okay. Oh, new shiny, I guess. Poggers. Yeah, I did have one in the... Oh, I was going to breed it, but it's been a while since I've been doing egg hunting.
Yeah. Does it suck so bad in Scarvio?
Yeah, it's a he dog ass.
But yeah, Carpenter's Dreams is pretty good. It doesn't hold a candle to Pseudo Regalia, but it's just like nice, cozy, well designed.
Yeah. You gonna start the next one?
Yeah. I'm just looking for a random.
Okay.
We're also officially back in Red G times in Scarvo.
Yeah.
I hate single legendary format so much.
Yeah. It's a little lame.
Like, especially because Calyrex is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them.
Yep.
That, like, half of the other legendaries just like, why would I use them if I could be using the Cali?
Exactly.
The only bright side is that, Zamazenta is actually really good right now.
That's fair.
But the only problem is that for legendary formats, I usually build around a non-legendary strategy first, and then I'm like, okay, what legendary will work best for that? And when you're doing that type of building, it always comes back to a Calyrex.
Which direction we heading here?
Left.
The Frostmoth.
I need to get rid of this Crawdaunt immediately.
I have a short list of games that I have on Steam. I kind of made like an up next category for games that I'm gonna try to stream soon. Consider Regalia is one of the couple that I have in there. So, what does Curse do for me again? Does it mimic you?
It halves your HP.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then causes damage to them every turn. Has basically no value when you use it in this, but it's very annoying when it uses it on you.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Oki's digging at something. Thinker ball rolled on the couch.
Sorry for the slower start and pace. We'll get into it soon. We have plenty of crap to talk about today.
I know. Part of me is like, man, I don't even know if I want to get into Hunter x Hunter yet, because there's just so much.
I think we should save that for a little later, because some other crap to talk about. You know what I want to start with, though? If we're moving into, like, stuff we're going to have a little bit of conversation about. One Punch Man. Wowie. So you caught up with it, right?
Yeah, let's see. Let me look at where the... Because we did get more chapters posted in the Shonen Jump app. Took us up through chapter 206, and we did new chapters tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, so where it cut off was the Blast losing his hands, basically.
Okay.
So I might be a little behind you.
What backstory stuff have you gotten so far?
Let's see. Let me try to remember, because it's been a minute since it came out. Because I've gotten the... Yeah, the only real backstory stuff I got for Blast is he could have taken my... Or is that he could have done something but didn't back then. But nothing really concrete.
Oh, you're a few chapters behind then of what, like the...
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, I forgot I was supposed to take that. I was so distracted by looking at where I was at in One Punch Man.
Well, I mean, there's a ground type come up as well that we can... Or an electric.
Oh, yeah.
You can do either of these, I feel like I feel confident.
Let's start to the ground.
The good old ride on. You can also swap.
I
your
ride
hand
me
too,
some
you
love
got-
on. That's true.
Play the roulette.
Nah, because I'm pretty sure Groudon will be good, and Groudon will be easy for Groudon, so... Oh, I just noticed we got Peonia with us today. That's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna comment on the
Penny's
fact that
sister.
she doesn't have like a profile in the X Adventures. It's kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
Also, wait, is Penny Rose's daughter? Or no, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not Rose. It's Rose's brother, whatever the fuck his name is.
Yeah, Peony.
Peony. Yeah.
Yeah. Penny.
Penny's his
Peony.
daughter.
Yeah.
Really?
In the so in the after you do the DLC, there's like a little mystery gift item you can get, so you can do like the little Pekka Runt storyline, the mythical.
Mm-hmm.
And it does actually have like a whole little storyline that you go through, and in it, Penny starts talking about her dad, who is very clingy, and talks about going on Advent tours. So it makes it pretty explicit, I'd say. Oh, this ain't no ride on.
Yeah. Also, I was like, I realized wait a second, this isn't fucking ride on. Their profiles look very similar in the thing. Wait, do stat drains in this game, in this Dynamax Adventure, do they get reduced, or is it just in normal raids?
Like the...
Where they do the thing where they like get rid of the stat drains, basically.
Oh, no, I don't think they do.
Okay. Because I was like, maybe I shouldn't have used Baby Dollhouse. But, no, I think it's a good idea. Smile. I should have picked Cherim, dude. I'd be having so much more fun if I was playing Cherim right now.
We do love Cherim.
Cherim is one of those mods that I'd love to make a team out of. But it would never work.
There was some cool Cherim stuff in Gen 8 with whatchamacallit, Colossal teams.
I think the only reason I
Cherim actually...
sad. I think the only reason I think of it so positively is
Go on.
because in ROM hacks I've used it on like really unique team designs.
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
like trying to get like the weather set up and like trying to get like poison statuses and stuff on things. So
Yeah. If Cherim could, like... If they gave Cherim... If Cherim's ability just had, like, one extra thing where it could set up Sunny Day with priority itself, that'd be fun. The big thing with Cherim is that, like, in Dynamax format, if you're supporting a Dynamax Pokemon, it's actually, like, pretty good. Because, like, the Dynamax Pokemon are just so overwhelmingly important. So there was actually some cool stuff it could do back then. I don't even think it's in Scarvo.
it is not open.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to One Punch Man. Well, I guess
back to
I was
One Punch Man.
gonna share some thoughts, but you aren't as far into it. But basically, the thoughts can still be shared. We don't need this shit. Like, to put it bluntly, we don't need this shit. We don't need any of this. Like, very clearly, they're trying to do something different with the manga, where it's like Blast is more important and God is more important.
Yeah.
In the manga, but we don't need any of it. Like, it feels like it just muddies the water. Literally,
I feel that.
Like, we have a name for this villain now, that was Blast's, ally and all that kind of stuff. But he's not. Like, looking back at the webcomic version, he's literally just called That Man and like killed off screen. So, like. I don't know, like, the fact that funny joke is now non-existent, because we have to like actually have a backstory with Blast and all that stuff. It's weird to me. It feels weird, especially because they had the little like the cutaway for 3 chapters to the Neo Heroes, where it's like, hey, look at this.
Yeah, like it's still happening.
This is what you guys are excited for, right?
It's like. Yeah, I think there's like... I understand, I think, what they're wanting to go for, and there are like parts of it that I can appreciate. But at the same time, like... It's all very... Yeah, I think muddy is just the word for it.
Yeah. But yeah, if you read some of the chapters that come out later as well,
yeah,
it's just like, why are we doing this?
I mean, the most fun thing about the whole the Hidden Village arc is Sonic and Flash.
Yeah.
So making it less about them just kind of sucks.
And it's
like, I want my toxic doomed Yowie, please.
And it's like one of those things.
I don't care about.
It's happened before with the Monster Association arc, where it's like, in the original webcomic, there's a very small focus on God during the Monster Association as like a setup. But instead, in the manga, it's like God is the reason why this is all happening. And it's like, well, why are we focusing on this? Like, it feels weird.
Yeah.
Also completely
it's
fucking...
kind of...
Still to this day, I think about how well written fucking Garu and like the end of the Monster Association is in the webcomic compared to how it is in the manga. God, the "Who do you think you are" line is so good, and it's just none of that is present at all in the manga.
Mm-hmm. And to be fair, even if it was in the manga, it wouldn't be as good of a line, because all of the heroes are very different in the manga.
Yeah. But
they suck so much less as people. It's honestly a little infuriating, but I also understand it.
And they suck so much more as literary devices.
Yeah.
It's less fun to read about them. I don't know.
That being said, though, I do still think the story in the manga is fantastic for the most part. It's just like so much less impactful than the webcomic.
I think it's just a very weird
like
focus on God, who we know is going to be like the end webcomic villain, but like I don't know, it's just something where it's like, why can't
it's
we?
kind of like,
go on.
Why can't we? Like, why do we have to make the entire manga one story?
Mm-hmm.
Like things can be broken up. Still good though.
Yeah. No, I don't think it's like
Well,
bad.
I'm more to talk about once I have the chapters.
Yeah, I don't think it's bad or anything like that. I think the big thing is people are starting to realize, because Murata and One are both kind of like it's like a dual project for them, the manga. And it's very clear that both of them are focused on other things.
Oh yeah.
Murata being his new animation studio that he opened up. And One being Versus, in my opinion, which I think One is focusing on more because Versus is really good right now, in my opinion. Versus kind of killing it. Should check it out, is my recommendation for it. I don't think it's on Viz yet, though, so I think you just have to like see the fan translations.
Yeah, I might do that.
But yeah,
I love you.
So I just think it's one of those things where it's like their focus isn't on One Punch Man right now, and it's kind of telling in this arc where nobody gives a fuck about it. Like none of the fans are like, "Wow, I'm really interested in this arc." Like nobody cares. Like, so the fact that we're in this arc that nobody cares about and the authors aren't really focused on this part of the story, it's like honk shoe, honk shoe.
Me. Literally got 3.
I was like, we're gonna see this animation for everyone. Oh my goodness.
That is so funny. For what I've been reading, Dandadan is still good.
I still haven't checked it out yet.
Itchy the Witch is Itchy the Witch is on chapter.
Is a Sleeping Princess tier recommendation?
No.
It's just the name alone.
Itchy the Witch is it's on chapter 17. I think it was getting a lot of hype when it first came out. I don't know what the conversation is around it right now, but I've been kind of reading it as it goes, and yeah, I think it's kind of like at like its probably first like turning point where depending on how it handles this fight, it's like either gonna be good or incredibly mid. And so far it's leaning towards good. We're at like the first time the protagonist actually loses at something, so like, you know, one of those important shonen moments, but it's really good so far. And I'm honestly kinda I'm kinda really liking One Piece at the moment.
Okay.
Like the last few chapters have been like, they've still got like a lot of the problems modern One Piece just kind of has, but at the same time I've actually been like really into it.
Yeah, it's not. So when we complain about One Piece, it's not like we're saying One Piece has no redeeming qualities or that it's like so different from like pre-time skip One Piece that it's like terrible. because like a lot of the issues that are in modern day One Piece were back then, but the difference was it was like a newer story, and you know, you were more accepting of if it had issues. Where it's like modern day One Piece, I can't say much because I haven't been reading the newest chapters. I know what happened with Saul Goodman, and that kind of stuff because it was all over social media. But, like,
okay, you haven't actually read them.
Yeah, I haven't read it, so I can't say for certain. But like, I'm sure that part is good because that's what One Piece always excels at. It's like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that was done well, even if I think the character shouldn't have returned. But you know, that's neither here nor there. Nobody dies in One Piece. We already know that. I'll be expecting Ace and Whitebeard to return.
Oh, you really haven't read the most recent chapter.
Roger's come back. Yeah. Dude, if Roger does show up again, by the way, in One Piece, I'm actually like, the series is shit. If Roger returns, I am actually going to flame that series to my dying day.
There's gonna be a robot Roger on Raptor. But yeah, specifically, I really liked the Saul bit. Very funny. And I do think they're actually going in an interesting direction with the Giants that I very much like.
Okay.
Specifically, like, this last chapter gave me kind of hopes that, like, oh, maybe Usopp is gonna get, like, some stuff to do.
I mean, like, after Zoro got nothing in Wano and Frankie got nothing in Egghead, I'm just like, man.
I know. But, okay, listen, all I'm saying is that the seeds are planted for a very interesting Luffy and Usopp dynamic to play out.
Usopp has to get something. Like, he can't not get something in this arc. Like, it has to happen. Right? Literally the whole character, the whole series has been building up to something happening in the Land of the Giants. So, like, if nothing happens here, like, actually, I'm mad. Like,
yeah, it's just, yeah, but, like, and whenever I say, like, the seeds are being planted, I don't even mean, like, because, like, of the past of the character. I mean, like, seeds are being planted in the chapters right now for, like, a really interesting Luffy Usopp dynamic to play out. Rock type.
Nihilego or Stack Attack, I think, was the only two.
Yeah, so I guess we go for the poison type. Wait, why did I say poison instead of the grass type?
Yeah, I was like, I clicked on it, and then I was like, why didn't I fucking go to the right side? Wait a second.
Oh, you know what? It's because I was thinking, I was scared of Nihilego if we had the friggin' 4 times week 2 hit Pokemon on the team. Get oozed.
Not really much I can do. I forgot.
Oh, yeah, so probably just leave the Dynamax for me, because I can double up on the voltage stuff.
Yeah, I forgot he isn't actually that good in Dynamax Adventures, I'm pretty sure. His fucking Acupressure is one of his moves, like, come on, bro.
Dude, just start hitting me with that.
Me when it boosts your fucking defense or something. Like,
okay, maybe picking that move wasn't the right choice.
But yeah, I mean, One Piece, I'm sure they handled that moment really well. I'm sure it was done good because that's you know, those emotional moments. That's where One Piece shines.
Yeah. Yeah. It's some good stuff. And let's see, what else am I reading? Frieren right now has me worried out of my gourd. I don't know if it's gonna go into a... Yeah. Well, we haven't had, like, a modern tragedy in Frieren. And, like, I don't know, I'm thinking we might be getting it, and I'm, like, really worried about my favorite character right now in the manga. So, like, we'll see.
Yeah, I need to reread and catch up in the 3 run stuff.
Yeah. I've got, like, pages and pages written about it, so, like, when you do, a lot to talk about.
Same thing with, like, Mashal and stuff, and Sakamoto Days I gotta catch up on, because apparently Sakamoto Days got really good.
I saw the opening for the anime.
Apparently there's something going on. I didn't look too much into it, but apparently there's something going on with the anime that people were pissed about. I was like, 'Cause all I know about Sakamoto is I read, like, the first 10 or 20 chapters. And I was like, I'm gonna drop it. If it comes back, like, in relevancy, maybe I'll pick it back up. And it did come back in relevancy. Apparently people are like, it's goated. So I'm like, shit, maybe I have to reread it.
Can you trust when anime fans say something is goated, though?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, did you see their last goated series? Fucking Jujutsu Kaisen?
Listen, it is that good.
Dude, I love Jujutsu.
I love it so much.
I was still thinking about how, like, you can never please people with endings of shows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still thinking about, like, how the reaction of people online was like, what the fuck? He's giving us a middle finger in the final chapter?
Like, I don't even know if that's intentional or not, but, like, if it is, I'm, like, here for it.
I mean, I know what I'm choosing. Fuck!
Oh, no, sorry. Not my bad. I was just thinking Venomoth is very weak to rocks.
It's fair.
But I should have thought of your sensibilities first. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of any other series or stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't been reading any other series besides, like, stuff that you still haven't read yet, you know, like Vinland Saga and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I did watch recently.
To it.
Recently I watched, it was on Netflix and it was, like, going away soon, so I was like, you know what, I'll give it a watch. The DreamWorks' first movie, The Prince of Egypt. You ever seen this movie before?
Oh yeah, of course. It's a classic.
Dude, I did not remember how much of a, like, goated movie it is. Like, oh my god.
And you're playing with the big boys now.
And you know what? That's the funny thing you say about that. It's like that's like the 5th worst song in the whole movie. Like, it's just bangers. Like, holy. The opening, like, my jaw was dropping, dude. I was taken aback.
Yeah, you know what's really impressive for a movie to have me like, you know what, the Christians, I'm on their side.
Well, it's like one of the interesting facts I saw with the movie after I watched it was it's the only religious movie to get the seal of approval from the Catholic Church, the modern day Judas Church, and the modern day Islamic Church. And I was like, what the fuck?
Really?
Yeah, it's the only movie
I did not know.
to get the approval from all 3 of the modern day Abrahamic religions, so it's kind of interesting. And, like, deserved. It's like a great movie. It's because somebody who grew up in Christianity, the story of Exodus is it's a good story, but in, like, the Bible itself, it's a little it's a little we're the right guys, they're the wrong guys. You know, like I really appreciated how Prince of Egypt framed the story, basically, but as like two brothers who didn't want to like be at ends with each other, kind of, and one of them, you know, not willing to let go of his pride and that kind of thing. Whereas, like in the original, in the Babel version, at least, like has God reach down and force Pharaoh's heart to be hardened? And it's like, that's lame. It's much better when it's the character itself choosing to be prideful instead. I don't know, it's just expertly done. I feel like how it's executed in that movie, and the fact that there were so many opportunities where you could tell Pharaoh like almost let go of his pride, but then like felt like he couldn't be the weak link because of what his father told him throughout time. It's a really interesting children's movie that it doesn't feel like a children's movie because it starts with slavery and child genocide, so it's a little wild.
Yeah. Then again, you know, kids deserve that.
Yeah, but no specific kids, like. You chose fucking Barbaracle, brother?
Dude, Barbaricle's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time.
You chose fucking Barbaracle.
Barbaracle
over
is
an ice type and an item.
Listen, I love my boy, my girl, my them.
I think this is literally like one. Wasn't this Yeah, have you seen the like the thing they do sometimes where they show off like the most and least viewed pages on Bulbapedia? They do it like a couple times a year, and I think Barbaracle was like the third least viewed page on Bulbapedia, which I was laughing about.
Dang, my poor boy.
People are like, what the fuck?
Ain't nobody writing essays on Barbaracle. What did you say about my Barbaracle?
Well, the fight's almost over and he got a defense boost. Wow.
Yeah, speaking of movies about brothers, how about that new Lion King? Literally the only thing I know about it is that I've heard that one clip from that one song over and over again.
Which one?
It's like a meme on the reels and whatnot right now, like what did you say about my brother?
I haven't seen that. Don't let Cory spoil Sonic 3. You're not allowed to spoil Sonic 3, Cory, apparently.
Okay.
I've heard nothing but glowing reviews about Sonic 3.
Okay. I won't mention how he pisses on the mood. Oh,
by that I mean I've heard I've heard fucking funny shit about it. So
Sonic 3 is actually like pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard it's based off of Sonic Adventure, so like you can't go wrong with that. The 30-year-old crowd will really love the movie, I'm sure. So
yeah.
Dude, I was thinking the other day, like, when was the last Sonic game that released and like the main demographic that bought it was children?
I think Forces actually.
So I believe you. However, I don't know if I believe you.
I don't know. I remember hearing anecdotes like a year or so afterwards by a lot of people who were like, yeah, my kid was like really into Sonic Forces. That being said, though, that might just be because those are the only people that cared about Sonic Forces.
Well,
we're
like
also
the
half dozen kids.
You're like in the community, like quote unquote. You're a quote unquote Sonic fan, a rarity these days. I feel like.
That's true.
Where I'm viewing it as an outsider. I'm viewing it as the guy who only likes Sonic CD and no other Sonic games, basically.
Yeah, fair enough. Hey, Shadow Generations was fantastic, at least, though.
There definitely are people that try to say Sonic Forces was an underrated gem. Yeah, I don't know enough about it to say here nor there.
Sonic Forces is a bastion of quality in the modern AAA landscape. By which I mean that Sonic Forces actually like divs all its cosmetics and stuffs for free, and you just have to unlock them. And in that sense, it's a bastion of quality in the modern AAA landscape.
I don't know if I call that bastion of quality, but I get it.
Sonic Forces is just so incredibly forgettable. Like, all of its stages are really short. Any bits of quality you have are so, like, small that, like, the whole thing just ends up being really forgettable.
Mm-hmm.
It's like almost every level feels like a micro game, like they're so short.
We're gonna lose this stack of Paggigalo.
Yeah.
It lets you make your own Sonic Sona. I mean, that's not like anything to write home about. Wow, good, your special event's great.
Yahoo!
Yeah, lesson learned from
But
myself.
yeah, like the whole thing about
ever again.
Yeah. Like the whole thing about Sonic Forces is that like it's all micro games. It's like making your own characters cute and fun.
And that's cool. It just got the double attack because it lost health on the recoil. That's fucking funny.
That's actually hilarious. That's hilarious.
It's a good one.
No shiny bar.
I'm really glad you chose Barbarical there. That's like say. I'm really glad we went left side instead of going the side that actually had Mon that could do damage to a rock type.
Listen, Barbarical could do damage if he didn't overwrite the rain every darn time.
Listen, I don't mean to shit on Sonic fans. You know, I'm a fan of stuff as well that will never see the light of day again, like Elder Scrolls pre Lord of the Rings. You know, before Todd Howard went to see Lord of the Rings in theaters, and you know, back when it had some creativity behind it. We'll never see those days again.
I don't think you're ever going to see a new game again.
That's true. Yeah, I'm still laughing about. I think literally the other day I saw a post where a person was like, "It's been the same amount of today marks the same amount of days since the announcement for the Elder Scrolls 6 that it was when the amount of that it's the same amount of days that there were when the trailer got shown off between now and the trailer and Skyrim's release." It's been like the same. It's equidistant now between Skyrim's release and today, when the trailer was shown off.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Stunfisk. My baby.
How could they fucking give Haunter in here and not let me pick it? I fucking hate you. Haunter is definitely like one of my favorite mons from Dynamax Adventures, just because of how fucking goofy it is.
The fact they make it so good too. Electric, so well we have our picked rounds. Wishcash or...
Well, right side we also get what's his face as well. So I think we go right side.
Oh yeah, Diggersby or Rhydon.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go right.
Right side has more stuff there. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know anything about Sonic. Besides the fact that when somebody says they're a Sonic fan, I make a mental note to not talk to them very often. So,
As you can tell by this stream schedule. One really funny thing about when I'm writing at work, and by funny I mean tragic, is that sometimes I'll start writing something and it's like, darn, I can't actually write this right now because I'd have to look it up, and the reason I'm doing this at work is because I can't look anything up. And so I did like a page and a half into something. Well, I can't do this justice, so now I have to stop.
What do you mean you don't use your phone for research purposes while you're at work, you know?
Well, the whole reason I've been doing the whole writing in my journal thing at work is because they wrote me up for being on my phone because I'm so darn miserable in there.
I forgot, yeah. That is funny.
Like, I was like 4 pages in to an essay about the story of to a character analysis of Karen from Gold and Silver. I was 4 pages into that, but I had to stop because in order to accurately do a character analysis of her, you have to do an analysis of the whole game because her role is as a prelude to the conclusion, means that to accurately analyze her, you have to analyze the whole game. But there are some of the characters whose dialogue I do not have memorized, and so I cannot accurately analyze them without looking up all of their dialogue just to be sure I have it right. And I could not do that while I was at work, so I had to shelve the whole thing.
We need to
so
get
all I have
into the content creator pipeline already.
Yeah, it's
get you a couple
tragic.
Popular YouTube videos so you can start making stuff.
Bro, ain't no way I'm gonna have a popular YouTube video. Everyone would hate me.
What do you mean? Why would everyone hate you?
I would have reasonable takes with tons of detail and backup with my personality. Not a single person would be there for that and feel joy.
Have you not the guy that I linked you to earlier last year, ADEF, have you not seen his videos? They're basically yours if they were more math focused instead of psychopath focused.
Yeah, see the personality there is the key difference. I love you, Stunfist, but I'm sorry. Gotta swap you out. So, Diggersby though, or
yeah, choose what your heart feels like, is all I can say.
Python.
Choose what your heart feels. It's fucked up that every time we choose a different thing, it always goes with yours.
Listen, let your heart be your guiding key. Actually, I don't know, because I don't know. Was I first this time? I don't know.
What do you mean, were you first?
Do not know. Like, am I the host this time?
No, I think I am as well.
Wait, no, you chose first, right?
Yeah, I think I am.
Yeah, so you're first. Yeah, so it just doesn't like you, I guess.
Yeah. Bro, this fucking... the only move this dog has is baby doll eyes.
I mean, I don't even mind the baby doll eyes that much right now. The Dittersby is kind of scary, though. If it has huge power.
Just rude.
Agreed. Man, Dittersby is such a stupid Pokemon. I love it.
Alright.
That being said, though, I really should turn some of these into like a video or something, just because, like,
Yeah, why not?
I'm already writing them down.
Exactly.
Boy, do I hate editing, though. Not editing like video editing, because that's, you know, like, I'm not great at it, so obviously it's going to be slowed. But I mean, like, editing, like writing editing.
I'm not a fan of video editing itself. I kind of just don't like it. My least favorite thing about video editing is when you think you have everything you need and you're like putting it in. And then like midway through you're like, fuck, I need like another shot for this. Or like I need something else in here. So now I gotta go and fucking boot up the game and like go load a save, take a screenshot. Like
Oh yeah.
that's my least favorite thing about video editing. If I were to have everything on hand, it would be a little more relieving, but you know.
We going for the item or the berries?
Heart beer guide and key, that's all I can say. Owned.
Oh, do we agree this time?
Damn it! I should have known. It's the only way I get to go the place I want to go.
Oh, these are some good ones.
I guess I'll go with this. I could have gone Quick Claw other than this, but like...
Oh, I got leftovers.
I had special specs in like Quick Claw.
Oh, yeah. Now to just hope that our allies do not choose this mod. Also hope that you don't get obliterated by this guy.
Yeah, so I'm Dynamaxing. But anyway, we delayed ourselves long enough.
Yeah.
Unless you got anything else to talk about, really.
No, not really. I'm ready to get into the dunter of it all.
Gunter. So last we spoke about Gunter. We were on chapter like 404, I think. Something like that.
I think so.
Like
yeah, I think we were like. Yeah, because the Hisoka one was the next chapter after we stopped streaming.
I'm trying to play the game blind. Trying to find if there's a way I can go back at the seize the biz translations from the ones that aren't free anymore. Let's see, this is the biz translation. this is... What the fuck is this called? MangaReader.to. I don't know if that's a... I don't know
if you should be saying that out loud.
Who cares? I think this actually is the Viz translation. Actually, it looks clean.
Oh, then it's not the Viz The Hunter x Hunter translations are good. There are no Jujutsu Kaisen.
True. I'm gonna go into this assuming that this is the correct translation. 'Cause it looks like it is. It has that. It has that thing where they like clean up the bottom part, which is indicative.
Oh,
of
yeah.
this. Usually does that. I don't think the fan translations do that really. So the last chapter we talked about was the one where Hulkenberg took over Balls
Yeah.
to make Balkenberg. And I think that was the last one we talked about, and then we were going back to the troop right at the end.
Yeah. Because,
So-
yeah, I know we've talked about this some just like personally, because I could not wait to discuss some of this. One of our first one.
I thought you were saying, about the fact that Thunderous showed up.
No, that's what I'm talking about. One of the twunks. Man, I can't even like
Luckily, I have
all these
so much.
ground types.
Yeah, I know.
So I think guess I just Dynamax Ice Punch.
Yeah.
But yeah, although like we have missed 6 chapters, but really 3 to 4 of those chapters were all like one thing. Really engaging thing. Maybe my favorite part of the arc, which I feel like I've said that like a couple dozen times now. But this time I really mean it.
This time he's serious.
Yeah, and I'm sure I'll be serious the next time too when Kashi blows my socks off again.
All right, well, we're not gonna go like we did with the other chapters because we're doing that on a week by week.
Yeah,
basis.
because there's so many. So I
Most
think
of it-
instead we'll kind of go like topic by topic. I think.
Yeah, basically, if you have stuff about each chapter that you want to talk about, basically, I'd recommend looking over it again. But you know, I don't know what access
Yeah.
you have.
Oh, I mean, I pay for Viz and Shonen
There
Jump,
you
so
go.
I've got the whole thing.
Imagine paying for stuff. Could not
I
be
know.
me. 28 years old and still not paying for fucking Viz. Obviously should at this point, but I digress.
So first up, Hisoka. Do you have any particular topics about Hisoka? Because I have a lot. This chapter had me thinking about
Yeah, so
bestiality so
405
much.
405 is a really interesting one. We finally get a look at Hisoka, and I say finally because it's also revealed that previous Hisoka wasn't the real one. And a lot of stuff delving into that. Before we get into the topic about the chapter itself, I want to mention something. You know, everyone online has come to their consensus about social media, what they think about social media, different platforms, be it Instagram, Twitter, Blue Sky, Reddit, on and so forth. When this chapter came out, there's a very popular theory in the Hunter x Hunter circle, specifically on Reddit. It was very popular. That was that Hisoka was actually one of the troop members in disguise. It was a very popular theory, and a lot of people were like, maybe Krollo took Bulnov's power, or maybe it's Bulnov himself, or that kind of thing, before this chapter released. So when this chapter released, the first thing I thought of was, oh, that's cool. The people with all those theories are right. That's really neat. I'm glad for those people that they got that validation of their kind of theory thing that they're making. I went on Reddit to find a deluge of the most annoying people of all fucking time being super annoying about the fact that they were right about this theory. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm done with Reddit for eternity. So I've this chapter releasing retroactively made me use Reddit less, which is honestly a good thing.
Yeah.
And I honestly, this year I've honestly considered just completely uninstalling it and deleting my account, because I'm just I kind of don't care anymore.
So at this point, Reddit is unequivocally one of the best social media apps. But Redditors do not deserve rights.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's my take on Reddit.
There's a lot of people just some people being like, oh, that's cool that the theories were right, and some people being like, a lot of people, I only saw theories about Krollo. I didn't see people saying stuff about Bulnov, and then the other people being like, you're the most, you're so stupid. You kept making stuff about how we were wrong and there's no area right. And and it was just that back and forth in constant, every single thread that was discussion about the chapter. And I'm like, man, I don't give a fuck about any of these people.
I know.
Y'all are annoying. There are some people who, and the reason why I use the Reddit is because there's some people on there who discuss things and actually talk about interesting stuff during the chapter. So it's interesting to go on and see what other people's thoughts are and be like, oh, that's kind of cool that they thought about that. Maybe they're right and that kind of thing. And that's the whole reason why I even knew about this theory. It's a very popular theory on Reddit. So that's the whole reason I knew about it, is because people thought about it. And it's now I'm just I don't want to fucking discourse with any of you losers.
Yep.
So yeah, that's the thing about this chapter for me. It's and the biggest reason why I stopped wanting to use Reddit was because I realized this, and it retroactively made me think worse of the chapter, despite the fact that the chapter did nothing wrong. It put a bad memory in my head, and made me think, maybe sour on the chapter a bit. And I was like, no, we can't be having this. Okay, you can't be doing this to me, Reddit. It's one thing to make me think you're all idiots, but it's another thing to ruin a piece of media for me because you're being so annoying. So get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. That's the Reddit way. A fairy type. Oh, is this Xerneas? Are we about to get boned?
Yeah. Maybe. This is awful.
I think we head towards the right to get that item.
This is bad. Let me see what.
And then we can get that.
What it can be. It can be any of the tapus. So actually, it could be any of the tapus. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, tapus are Xerneas, so. Not the end of the world if it's one of the tapus.
Man, I miss the tabus.
Yeah, man, I miss Tapu Bulu. Oh wait, no, he's in my game. I see him right there. Why does he look like a monkey playing drums?
Boom, 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 boom.
This chapter knows what it did. So anyway, about this chapter. Now that I've given a prelude to the discussion about this.
So
chapter.
First funny thing, I found it really funny that 2 Shonen Jump chapters mentioned bestiality on the same day.
What was the other one? I know you mentioned it before, but
did you ever read any of Ruri Dragon? It's like a
cut out.
really
What was
cute
it?
little slice of life about a girl whose dad is a dragon, and so she starts, like,
Yuri
growing
Dragon?
horns. No, Ruri.
Yuri Dragon.
Ruri.
This is another
R-U-R-I.
princess sleepy princess. What am I gonna do to the sleeping princess? Like,
Listen. Ruri Dragon is so good. But anyway, it's a really cute little slice of life manga, and and in the same week that this chapter released, there was one where, like, there was this one girl that did not like her, and she's just like, okay, I do have one question. So, like, does that mean that your mom, like... And then the girl was just like, yeah, I don't want to think about it either. I don't want to think about the bestiality in play here. And then the other girl's like, okay, yeah, fair enough. And the fact that that conversation was the same chapter as Hisoka talking about the ants was very funny to me.
yeah, no. So Hisoka mentions stuff that we didn't get to see him in, specifically the ants. And he says he doesn't like it because it's bestiality, and he doesn't like or animal kink is what he said, or something like that. And he doesn't like participating in the battle right now because, you know, he considers it group play. But Hisoka, he's all vanilla. He's one-on-one. He just likes he likes to partner all to himself.
Which is so... It's really funny to me. Because I think that this conversation has so many layers to it with Hisoka, and kind of like, what is wrong with you, my guy? Because, like, he does not like group plays, the whole thing, right? He does not want an orgy.
Yeah.
And he's talking about this specifically in regards to Hawkenbird's ability. Because it's like, you'd think, oh, a huge rumble of massive amounts of aura that's happening like clockwork around this ship. Like, oh man, that's so cool. But it's a group thing? Nah. But his ideal, his platonic life mate that he wants to have a battle for life.
Mm-hmm.
Their whole ability is focused on other people.
Yeah.
Like, literally, the crowning moment of Hisoka's life up to this point, which seems to be his fight with Crollo, was technically a one-on-one, but he was getting swarmed by hundreds of people. What do you mean you don't like orgies? And I know it's like, you know, there's obviously... Yeah, obviously, you know, there's differences and there's there's nuance to it, but it's like, it's a very interesting thing to, like, the kind of interplay between that.
Mm-hmm.
And also how he's just, like, so wrong about the ants because he doesn't know.
Yeah, he just doesn't know.
Like, almost all of the named Chimera ants are probably more human than Crollo is, or at least more human than Crollo was prior to this batch of chapters.
Okay.
Because, you know, Crollo's whole thing is that, like, you know, he's, like, thrown away his humanity a long time ago for...
Yes. And it's actually something I want to touch on one of the chapters that we talk about, but I don't know when it comes up. Something in specific, but...
I mean, if you just want to talk about Crollo now, because, like, I don't think it's a pain for us to jump around, because...
Well, there's... in one of the chapters, I
not
don't
like we're
know
doing
which one, we get a little perspective on Crollo, and it specifically relates to, like, him... Because we just got the backstory of the troop, and we learned why they're the way they are. That, you know, initially they were just kids in Meteor City. Something bad happened to one of their friends, and they became the way they are because of it. And it's an interesting story. So you're thinking, as a reader, you're led to believe that they're still doing what they're doing because they still haven't found the justice that they're looking for. But what ends up getting revealed in this batch of chapters is that they've already taken their revenge. They've already killed the guy responsible, and they're just still going. Like so it's kind of an interesting where you're led to believe that they the reason why they started this thing, and you're led to believe that they still haven't found what they want with that. But then Togashi just like in the middle of a chapter that is just like delving into Chrollo's psyche, it shows that they've already gotten, they've already fulfilled that part of the deal, and so they just are full evil now. Like they've been corrupted enough where it's like it's something that it was very interesting to me when I saw that. I was like, oh, so they've already done it and they just don't care at this point. Like we've gone full deep end with the spiders, basically. And an interesting thing to know is that we've been full deep end with them the whole time we've known them. We've already known them to be evil, but the whole time everyone was like, there's something about them we don't know, there's something about them we don't know. And now that we've gotten their backstory, it's like, okay, that's the thing we didn't know. They're doing this for a different reason. But now, recontextualized, basically he said, no, they are just evil pieces of shit. They are horrible people. Like there was a reason for it initially, but it's far long past. They're different people now, and I found that kind of interesting.
We going for the item or the ground type?
I went for the item.
Okay.
Because if I get Eviolite, I'm pogged.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Bro, life orb.
So yeah, that's my thought about Chrollo, and I'm sure we'll get to that fucking Chrollo bit. Actually, it's in this chapter, actually. So funnily enough.
Yeah, it's in this chapter. Yeah, so I kind of actually have a lot of stuff about Chrollo.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like my idea right now is like, so part of the reason is like I can kind of like drawing some like lines between like the Chimera Ant comment and the way that Hisoka's been behaving with Chrollo, and I'm kind of thinking that like what Hisoka is doing by killing all the spiders is kind of turning Chrollo into more of his ideal opponent. Yeah. Because like Chrollo's use of other people, he can't do that as much if you kill all the spiders, right? Since, a big part of why Hisoka lost was him using the help of the other spiders. Either, just by the help of their abilities or, via, like, possibly they were actually there helping him as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's ever confirmed, right?
I think it's like definitely part of the reason why he's taking the revenge on the spiders. It's definitely because like he feels it wasn't like that true one-on-one, I guess. Like
yeah,
like that he wants it to be, and like he used that kind of like Hisoka is very has a very strange ideal, but he sticks to it.
Yeah.
So, like, when he awoke from the battle and had lost, the other spiders expected, like, Machi expected him to just go on his way and be like, whatever, he lost. Maybe someday he'll try to fight Chrollo again, but, like, whatever. But, something changed inside him where he was like, wait a second, this wasn't the fight that I wanted, you know what I mean? Like, he did, this isn't the fight that he wanted to get with Chrollo. So now he's taking his revenge as a way of, like, maybe it's a way for him to get the fight that he wants, or maybe it's just like purely out of like, you didn't give me the fight I wanted, so I'm just gonna fuck you over now. Like, we don't really know.
What I'm thinking is that like, so like there's that element of like, okay, so he's turning Chrollo into a single entity as opposed to a group, right? But he is also making Chrollo more human again. Because like Chrollo's whole thing is that like a long time ago he cast off his humanity in order to do this thing. He willingly turned himself into a villain, which for Chrollo and his autistic view of what people are, made him less human.
Mm-hmm.
And so, the only time that Chrollo is acting more human than normal is when he is losing the spiders. Like how, like those, like the moment, like the only moments he had of like humanity in the Yorknew arc, or like were like when Uvo died and when he lost Paggigalo. And so and I'm not saying that this is like a conscious thing that Hisoka is doing necessarily, but like not only is he isolating Chrollo, he's also making Chrollo more human than he was before. And I think that kind of like interplay between like Chrollo is like whether or not Hisoka can even consider him human is very interesting, I think.
Yeah.
And like I think, and like that line about bringing up the ants to me wasn't just like was like multi-layered, because there's on the one hand, you know, why would Hisoka miss such a big event? Oh, just because it didn't interest him.
Yeah.
But also specifically brings up ideas about, or kind of like resurfaces those ideas that we had about what is or isn't human. In a way that ties in a lot to what Chrollo is going through right now. Why did Isabella not switch? She's asleep right now. Why?
I almost thought about it, but as long as it isn't the purple tapu, I think I'm fine. Well, never mind. Never mind. Wait, we knew we weren't gonna win this one anyway.
Yeah, I don't think we're making it. I don't think we're making it, boys.
This is bad.
Yeah, and then there's
both of our AI.
Oh yeah, and then there's also a big dynamic, I think, between, specifically if we start to compare Hisoka and Chrollo right now, kind of like the dynamic between them, especially from Hisoka's side. I think there's a lot you can compare with Jane and Pariston. I don't have all of those thoughts, like, formed, and I think that's one of those things that like will kind of come more into focus as we get more from them later. But like, I feel like there's like a lot to say and contrast between like the Chrollo Hisoka relationship right now and then like Jin and Pariston.
Maybe. Yeah.
Also, there's one version of the ending to the Succession War which involves a four-way duel between Hisoka, Kurapika, Chrollo, and Saraidnik. There's a version of that popped into my head after reading this chapter, and it had me really intrigued.
Yes, I think that's a lot of people are saying, like, what if this event were to happen? And I think that's definitely something that has a realistic possibility of happening in this arc, and also has a realistic possibility of not happening in the slightest, so...
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh my god, Xerneas got so much health back.
Yeah.
That is infuriating.
Okay, Muddy Water doing work.
I mean, we're doing good damage.
Yeah, we're doing good damage.
If I wasn't
accuracy fell, okay.
Paralyzed right now.
Yep,
oh my god.
My Stone Edge missed too, let's go. I can use Stopping Tantrum. Look at the bright side.
That is a bright side. Same power.
It missed. It's Horn Leech.
The miss. Why are you using Cotton Dart? You idiot. Don't you have Stun Sport equipped right now?
There's not a 0% chance of winning this.
There's just so much, and it all like bleeds over into each other. And I really like this chapter in particular, just because like I feel like there's a lot going on with the Hisoka dynamic right now.
Yeah.
even though he hasn't done anything yet.
Yes, I think that's one of the things where it's like, because right before this chapter, I think literally in the discussion we had before this chapter, I had talked about we haven't seen Hisoka yet doing anything since like that. Since he was in the theater being offered that thing up to tier 1, which we now know was Bolnov the whole time. But like we haven't seen like what is Hisoka doing? Is he up in tier 1? Is he not in tier 1 doing something else? Like we literally don't know what he's doing at this point. And so I'm glad we get to see him now. This is in tier 1, right? Like he's a dude in tier 1.
Yeah.
Even without the thing, he's still up there. So it's like, okay, well, it's funny to see.
My question right now is that like, are any of the Hisoka is, are any of the Illumi is Hisoka, or Hisoka is pretending to be Illumi right now? Are any of those girlies still around?
Dude, imagine. Well, because I think Bolnov says right at the beginning of the chapter, he says running into him here, what are the odds? Don't tell me, is it another fake? Like, he literally says that as well. It's like, it would be fucking hilarious. It's also not him. Alright. Super Cotton Guard Eldegoss.
Eldegoss versus the world. Wait, doesn't Eldegoss have Sunspore? Why is the Xerneas not paralyzed?
Xerneas just double heals, okay. Don't worry, Eldegoss is going to do light screen this turn, very useful. Even if it hits, it's not going to be able to one-hit this turn. Well.
Oh,
okay.
Reflect.
Okay, nothing. And Reflect's gone. Okay, Cotton Guard doing work. Alright. Alright.
And the curtains were called because it double moon blasted the Eldegoss. Man, if Eldegoss had like stun spored right away, it did have that, right? I'm gonna check just because I'm curious.
I can check as well.
Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, it had Effect Spore. That's
Light
how
Screen,
I got
Weather
paralyzed.
Ball, Cotton Guard, Leaf Storm, or what it has in Dynamax.
Yeah, it had Effect Spore. That's why I was paralyzed in the last battle.
Yeah, that is Effect Spore. Yeah. Yup.
Yeah, did you have anything else about like kind of this chapter or Hisoka to say? Because I think my big things are out.
Well, I think a big thing about... So we start with Hisoka, and then we go into Bolnov, who's disguised as Hisoka, of course. And we get the awesome transformation into Owl, which I think is great. I love to see Owl's character design because I love that character design. So I love to see that returning, even though he's not around anymore. But well, I guess he is physically around since he can't transform when they're dead. So we don't know what the fuck's going on with Owl, but he's probably kidnapped or kept some way alive, thanks to Phaeton. But and then what I think is interesting is it goes into how he was able to disguise himself, and it's by killing killing the one girl. What's her name?
Oh yeah,
the minor lady.
Yeah, which we didn't even know she was dead yet.
Yeah, we didn't know she was dead until this chapter when he's like, "Yeah, I killed her. Oops!" Like he's like, "I had to kill her to cover myself up. Hopefully, the Mafia isn't angry." But the only other interesting thing I had to say from Bolnov's thing is, like, Bolnov, I really like how he's a guy who isn't, like, super smart or intelligent. Like, a failure of Hunter x Hunter is the fact that all of the characters seem super smart. And, like, whenever somebody reads it, they're like, why are all the characters so smart? It's because we're watching, like, the best of the best, you know what I mean? Like, we're watching the best people in verse, essentially. But I like Bolnav.
And they're also not all that smart.
Yeah,
Look at Welfin.
Well, but I like Bolnav being one of those people that's like not actually that smart. He's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. I just know he's here now, so I guess I'll just lay low and wait till Krollo contacts me again. And like he's like I didn't have a plan for any of this. Like I don't know what's happening. Like, and yet he's still not incompetent enough where he didn't immediately kill the Mind Reader girl because he knew it would blow his cover and just like immediately did that. He's still not incompetent enough that he didn't do that, but he's not smart enough to find a way out of that without killing her, essentially, like some other characters might be able to do. We will never fight a Rhydon. Is this dude ass in Dynamax Adventures? No, I'm thinking of Poliwrath. The Poliwrath ass in Dynamax Adventures. So yeah, Cory, I'm glad you agree. Am I cutting out? Is it me? No drop trains. Hello? Hello? Might be Discord, actually. Or he said I'll be right back and I wasn't paying attention, but for a second there my mic wasn't like cutting it up. Or picking it up. And the thing did instantly choose its thing, so I don't know if Cory's internet went out or not. Oh, wait a second to see. Yeah, he disconnects from the call. Well, I don't know. I guess until then. I will keep playing Dynamax Adventures till the end of this thing. I guess. Yeah, I have Janet, Dean, and Noah. No, I didn't know you got in here. Whoa, dude, Noah, why did you join the Dynamax Adventure? But what am I fighting? Psychic. I don't want to do the fighting type then. I'll just go to the left. Isn't the dude? He got Toxtricity. Isn't the Noah in this like the cop or whatever? The like weirdo cop. I played Dynamax Adventure so much that I recognize some of the characters. No, it's a little kid. Okay, who's the weirdo cop? Or is that Kyle? That's the weirdo cop. That might be what it is actually. What a game. Yeah, I was wondering why the thing was going so faster. It's because the animations are off when you're by yourself, if you have animations turned off. I forgot you can't toxic people in Dynamax. But I guess I'll talk about some of the games I'm going to play. Super Regalia, for sure. I did mention. But, additionally, I have 6 games in there. One that I've been meaning to actually play for like a really long time. It's called... Oh, it's because that's it. Okay. It's called Lunistis. It was recommended from a friend for a while ago. It's a platformer. So, and that's like a really short game, like 2 or 3 hours. So, getting that done would be nice. Or playing that game would be nice. Getting it done. Hey, yeah, it's something I gotta stamp in. Another one, Lunacid, which is like a Kingsfield-esque indie game. I want to check it out. Kind of have some fun with it. I've been playing a lot of Dread Delusion in my own time. But Lunacid seems kind of similar to it, while also being like... Because Dread Delusion's more like a Morrowind indie game, where Lunacid's more like a Kingsfield-esque, which makes them a little bit different. Traditional sense. But then I also have a game called Solstice, which I've been looking forward to. It's an action RPG, which I have seen recommended a lot online, and I was like, oh, it's it's an action RPG, blah blah blah. But I didn't realize I already owned it. Probably getting it from like a Humble Bundle or something. So I was like, oh, I already own it, so I guess I'll play it. Like, because I've seen it recommended a lot in this kind of character action games circles. So I will be playing that one soon. The kind of spectacle fighter hack and slash kind of thing. So I'll be playing that one soon on stream as well. The other two. One is an old game from when I was younger called The Saboteur. Was it based on the manga Claymore? Let me look it up. Maybe. Might take some inspiration from it. It does look very similar. So Cory said he's gonna go to lunch. His internet died, but he's back in the call now, so I'm assuming his internet came back. But he's just not at his computer anymore. Sad. He's gonna sound on his favorite Pokemon from this gen, Stunfisk. Sad. But yeah, that's another game, Solstice. The other one, Saboteur, from my childhood. I watched but never got to play this game. It's a very creative, like, GTA thing about French Revolution era. Not French Revolution era, but about the French Revolution, I should say. Or not the French Revolution, but the French occupation by Germany during World War II. There you go. So that era, and you're playing as an Irishman. It's very, very creative, artistic-wise. And then finally, there's one game that got recommended from my friend, because he knows I like Morrowind, called Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon, which I am going to check out. It's not fully out yet, so I probably won't do a full game stream of that one, but I just want to check that one out, see what it's like. So yeah, it's on the docket for me personally. So I plan to play those games on stream. Just crit me, you bitch. You bitch. I could hear some noise on Cory's mic, so I don't know if he saw what I said to him or if he just was getting stuff before leaving. Yeah, I just kind of wanted to mention the different. What the fuck? I wanted to mention the different games I was gonna play soon. Because I want to stream them soon, and I want to do better. Like I said, I made my achievement kind of thing, and it has like 6 different categories, each with like 24, 25 different things, achievement things in it. And one of them is about content creation specifically. It's Twitch and YouTube, and in it has a bit more things that I want to strive for this year. But some like pretty relatively easy goals to start with. I can kind of like go to it. Go to Abulele. Abulala. Some of the easier things, like last year I had set up my green screen, and I still have it over here, but I haven't reset it up since like the couple streams I use it on. So that's like one of my things is like reset up my green screen. It's like an easy kind of thing. I don't know if I want to Dynamax actually. Maybe I should. But like another one is like look over and do all like my info panels and transition stuff in OBS so that I can like on Twitch so that I can make it like updated to the modern age and not look like ass like it does currently, kinda. So like I don't know about you guys, but do you think this looks good? Hold on, you know, like I'll taking a break. Here's my starting soon screen, which I kind of still like, but I'll probably rev it a bit and like the ending, the stream's over. Also has Twitter in there, which I don't know if I'm going to have Twitter for much longer, so... Yeesh. It did get rid of its poison. That's fucking annoying. So Cory lied to me? Got a terrain all grassy like instead of psychic. Rude. But yeah, some of the other things, set up the ability to multi-stream to Twitch and YouTube. So Twitch has finally relented, I think towards the end of last year. They finally let people multi-stream again, even if you're an affiliate or a partner on Twitch and YouTube. So that's something I want to reset up, because I had that before I was an affiliate. He just double speed swapped. Oh my fucking god, bro. Thank god she had Swampert. Rude. But another easy one, stream a speed run. I want to kind of speed run again this year. I don't know if I'm gonna like try to do like a super hardcore speed run or anything like that, but I do want to attempt a speed run this year. Either if it's gonna be on Tulip, the classic, or if I'm gonna do something else. We'll see, basically. If I this fucking Lele. This Tapu Lele is dead. Trying to get a shiny Tapu and piss off Noah. Was Noah? Were you the one hunting for the Tapu Lele shiny? Where's that Kyle? I don't remember. It's been so long. I mean, I already got one shiny this stream, so I can't complain about not getting another one. The 1 in 25 chance per Dynamax adventure. No shinies. Well, that's gonna be it for me. Dude, I don't want to stream without my co-host anymore. The whole point of the stream is to stream with my co-host, and if he's gone, then I'm done. For now, at least I might come back to stream later. But yeah. I'm just thinking if there's anything else I want to talk about with my like little achievement thing. But yeah, that's like that. It's kind of the rough thing with content creation. Those are obviously the easy ones that I shared. There are harder ones. But there's also like a reward system. So like for me completing the first tier, there's 4 tiers. The first 2 tiers are stuff that I think are easier to do in each category, and then the last tier. Whoops, I'm at McDonald's. The last tier is stuff the first 2 tiers are stuff that I think are easy enough to do that I should get done in the year. The third tier is stuff that I don't think is necessarily easy, but I want to get done in the year, and I want to strive to like make those my long-term goals for the year. Essentially, New Year's resolution. That's essentially what this document is, a bunch of New Year's resolutions. And then the last one is like stuff that I don't expect to happen, but would be pleasantly surprised if it were to happen. So there are 4 tiers, and each one has like a reward. So for the content creation, my reward for the first tier is buy a new game. It's pretty simple, and I think all the stuff in it is like something I can do in an afternoon individually, and there's 10 things, so 10 afternoons, and I get to buy a new game, essentially. It's nothing bad, you know what I mean? The next tier, it's a little harder, in my opinion, but the reward for it is to buy a lighting setup, specifically one that benefits my green screen, so I can actually use the green screen without it looking like ass, and also because a lighting setup as a streamer is really nice to have, and as a YouTuber as well, so that's the reward for that, is to buy a lighting setup, which is really nice, and it will help me out, but I don't want to do it unless I can actually commit to these kind of goals that I've set for myself. For the third tier, this is the one I'm excited about. For my third tier, buy a Stream Deck. Yeah, buy a Stream Deck. I'd love to have that. That's the reward for the third tier. So I'd love to have that. I'd love to do that. But some of the stuff in that is more complicated. Like one of the things in that third tier is get a paycheck from Twitch, which isn't that hard. I've gotten one before, but it's something that I need to be constantly streaming and actually get people subscribing and donating bits and that kind of thing. And then if I were to get the fourth tier in this content creation, what I have as a reward for that is buy a microphone or webcam. Or buy a new microphone and webcam, which would be like more expensive ones. Because if I get this tier, like one of the things is get Twitch partnerships. So like it's obviously stuff that I don't expect to get. You know. So that kind of thing. But yeah, the ads are about to start, so I want to kind of finish this off. But yeah, I'm kind of sick right now. I got sick, like really sick at the end of last year and into the beginning of this year. So like the new year, I was very sick. But now I'm better. And as you just heard, I'm coughing still a bit, but better enough to like do the stream for 2 hours. So yeah, so hopefully I'll be able to come back if Cory comes back today, or maybe not. Maybe I'll do it a different time, but we'll see. And that's it for me. Here's the end of stream thing. Yeah. So till next time, I'll see you then. Later.